What is going on, people? Welcome to the first episode of Should You Play It, a new series where we're going to look at a video game to determine whether it is worth your time and sometimes your money to see if you should play it or not. The first game we're going to look at is Hollow Knight. So we're going to start with the basics, then we're going to look at a bit of a deeper dive into the gameplay and the mechanics, and finally I'm going to reach my conclusion for you, the gamer. So with no hesitation, let's jump right in.
No hesitation, no surrender.
Hollow Knight is a 2D Metroidvania platformer. Now, I'm going to unpack what all of that means in just a little bit, but first I got to tell you, this game is available on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch for about $15 US on each of those platforms, maybe even a little bit less if you can catch it on sale. If you want to play this game, it is on your platform for a good price. As previously mentioned, Hollow Knight is a platformer. Think the classic Mario games. This is a bit of a puzzle game, but with combat mixed in, and it is executed fabulously well in Hollow Knight. I also called it a Metroidvania, which is a specific subgenre of platformers based on two iconic older games, the entire Metroid series and a game called Castlevania. What made those games so sick is that the game took place in one interconnected map. Hollow Knight has the same thing. Now, I'm not going to show you the whole map because I don't want to spoil things, but just take a look at this here. It's really, really cool how you start at one small space on the map and explore outward. You can pull up your map and you can see the progress that you've made so far, but you don't exactly know how much more progress you have to make. It gives you this incredible sense of adventure as you move in whichever direction you feel like through this map as you continue to develop as a player and progress in the storyline. Now, I mentioned there's no sense of direction and you can explore any which way, but that's not exactly honest. In Hollow Knight, you're heavily restricted by the abilities you have access to and your skills as a fighter, what you've unlocked. You may notice a tempting little ledge from a platform like this one that I found about an hour into the game. You want to make that jump. You feel so close. You're so close. Maybe you can do it if you time things just a bit better. But something tells you in your heart, you know that you can't. Okay, so you can't make that jump. Then an hour later, now you can double jump and you have this first thought, oh my goodness, I can make that jump now. Now that I can jump twice, I can make it. And you go back and what was previously a dead end, now that you've unlocked a new ability, becomes this massive new area that's yours to explore. What's exceptionally sweet about this is a concept I picked up from someone else. It's called showing you the lock before they show you the key. They show you a puzzle before they show you the pieces you need to solve it. It creates this incredibly satisfying play experience where every time you unlock a new toy, every time you unlock a new ability, you think back to all the situations, all those dead ends that now are open doors to infinite possibilities. Okay, so I don't want to spoil anything about Hollow Knight's lore or storyline because it's a really, really cool world to explore, as I just mentioned, but I do want to tell you a bit about the combat. Now, I'm a bit skeptical of platformers. I liked the Mario games as a kid because they were Mario, but a lot of platformers I felt were a bit lacking in the combat department. I'm happy to report that Hollow Knight's combat is truly fantastic. The game has dozens or hundreds of different enemies where you need to recognize their patterns and abilities and figure out the weak points and figure out how you can attack them and take them down. Also, those are just the common enemies. The boss fights in Hollow Knight are exceptionally well done. It reminds me a lot of Dark Souls. In fact, that's a common comparison a lot of people make when they see Hollow Knight, but the boss fights are super satisfying. That's not the main reason people compare Hollow Knight to Dark Souls, though. Hollow Knight is mainly compared to Dark Souls because of the absolutely stunning beauty of the art style and the music. They really set this chilling, dark, haunting stage for you, a lonely stranger in a faraway land, to explore the world around you, searching for purpose both externally but also internally. Hollow Knight, with the combat, the map, the world building, the music, and the art, is truly a masterpiece. And that's Hollow Knight. I recommend you definitely should play Hollow Knight. This game is a complete masterpiece, available on almost every platform for an incredibly reasonable price point. It also only came out a couple of years ago with a sequel on the horizon, so now is the best time ever to get into the series. Do you have any more questions about Hollow Knight? Anything I didn't answer? Let me know in the comments below or let me know on Moot. And that's all. This has been the first episode of Should You Play It? Thanks for watching.